Hi guys, it's Jamie here. It's actually taken me 2 to 3 days to record this video because I've had this chest infection, so I apologise that my videos aren't going up daily as normal. I have managed to complete the video. Woohoo! If you enjoy this video, please like it so that others will see it. If you want daily content when I'm not ill, consider subscribing and hitting the notifications bell, because that is the way that you will see the daily uploads, particularly if you follow a lot of channels. And do comment, let me know what you think of the video or any of the videos on my channel. And before we go on, this is part of this journaling everyday series, so it's more of benefit. I'm using collage templates and then collaging according to the template to create the journal, and then at the end of the video I'm actually filling in the journal with my personal journey that day. So if you're interested in that, hang on till the end. Before we get going on the video though, what I have got is the templates that I used. So that was the template from page 2, and that is the template from page 1. It is only Monday. I just decided halfway through the video I needed to do a double spread on a day. So that's why I've ended up using 2 templates. And now let's go back in time to do the video itself. I didn't want to necessarily use junk journals for this daily journaling because of the time that I put into making a junk journal, and generally I've got to get ready for Christmas and birthdays and things like that. But I will be doing the decorating, and that's what this video is about. So I ordered these, which are from Artesia. I got them on Amazon. Can't remember how much they were. They were a slight reduction because presumably some people don't like these colours. I'm perfectly okay with them. So I thought these will last me a little while at least. So that's for the actual journal. And then I also purchased some small alphabets, although I do have alphabets, I don't have any small and clear, and a little block stamp just for them. I know, I'm a shopper. And then I also got, for the actual journaling part, where I will write daily, and I will video doing that as well, so you can see what questions I'm answering and what I'm saying, etc. Because part of this is to find out if daily journaling, not just planning, makes a difference. So I just bought this sketchbook because it's nice thick paper, and I like the idea of having the edges. So we're going to sort out 7 days worth of pages so that when I come to journal this evening, day 1 is already done. What I'm going to do is to take just a ruler, and I'm going to rip down here. Obviously any spare paper can be used, so it's not an issue. And then glue along this line and seal it down. Let's just hope the glue's running. Right, okay, this glue is running. I'm gluing along this line, sealing it down. If you don't want to do that, you could use washi tape. I would just say reinforce the washi tape with a bit of glue because it's not that sticky. And then I'm pushing it over to seal it down to that page. Now, other things people do is to glue 2 pages together, or to take out pages but take out corresponding pages like the middle page, and then come in a few pages, take one side out and then the other side out. Definitely easier in a bound journal. I'm going to take this page out and glue to this page. I am going to end up slimming this down quite a bit. I am going to be collaging a little bit, so there will be things to catch these edges. I will continue to do that, and then we'll come back and finally decorate. Okay, we are back, and I have some of the collage templates, so I thought we'd work with this one for Monday. And, oops, got one there as well. So what we're looking to do is literally replicate this, but with actual papers. Obviously, we've got our background papers that we've created, and there's a rectangle going this way. This into a torn rectangle. I may need to get some ink out. That's basically rectangular shaped, and that's how that starts. I'm going to just quickly ink these edges. For inking, I'm using the Tim Holtz Distress Inks in Espresso. Before we put anything down, just want to look and see what this mood is creating and therefore what else we have that might fit. There's a long thin piece next that might be available here with a different piece of this material. I don't know that it is too much, but I do have other papers, like we have a square at the bottom here and another square, and I've got these little sticker papers. Look, these are beginning to introduce some colours, so it might be quite nice to introduce a colour, because that way we can then accessorize with something lilac-y maybe. If that was to go there, then maybe do I want this one here, or would I rather have brown? I might actually rather have brown. Ah, there's a purple one. So that will introduce that purple again. And notice there's a little rectangle there. So if we were to copy it exactly, we'd be looking for something a little bit smaller than that one, but I don't know that's strictly necessary. Then maybe this one as a smaller square. These have a purple background to them. They don't appear to be quite long enough to do the long one here. So I'm wondering about maybe using this one, although it's not square, as the sort of the oblong. We could do oblong, I suppose. Then is that long enough? Not really. Might use this one as the square down here. Is there a longer one? There's a longer one in that material, but I don't want to repeat the material, but there is that longer one there, which might go with that one. Is that introducing too many colours? Maybe there's a more beigey looking one. Oh, that has a hint of the purple in it without being too much. So maybe this one here. We just need one for this bottom corner. Awesome. In this file, I don't even know if this is on camera, there are some pre-printed papers. Got a bit of a map. Now that might be interesting because it's got a little bit of every colour in it, but is that then going to be too much? This is more old-fashioned looking, and I'm quite liking this patterning here. And now what I think I need to do is with some of these stick them down so we can see the gaps. I am going to edge them. You don't always have to edge everything with ink. That is entirely personal choice. You might decide to edge them with your accent colour, if you're having an accent colour. So it could be that you would put some purple around this, for example, or some rose, or a contrast colour, like some green. Let's keep looking at this. I think I'm just going to use a glue stick. We want this long one lining up on the edge of the page. Let's put this one down. And this is my opportunity to go over that seal line where I've taken pages out. I think we were going to do this one. And then we have a square. Any edges that haven't stuck down properly, I'll just go back in with some very, very thin glue, like this very fine glue here, and just grab those corners. I don't know why, but for the last few weeks, I've really struggled to get things stuck down at edges. Then this one's meant to be an oblong this way. We may end up not fully committing to this pattern, but it's to give you an idea of shapes and patterns. I'm going to take off some of this, again just tearing it. If you want to cut it, you can. And then which bit do I like? I quite like this bit with that little building in it. Going to get that in there, definitely. That's City Hall, New York, apparently. Who knew? Probably anyone who lives in New York. Now this is where we're going to go off pattern a bit, because I think we should put one here, a long one, and then something across there. We could bring this pattern in and do that long bit there. What I do have is I have some tickets that I made in another video, which went into a ticket master board. And there probably will be something with a bit of purple maybe in here. There we go, in that little corner there. Be some little stamps. I wonder if I've got a little stamp. I've got that tiny little stamp there, which I know is white, but is actually kind of cute, isn't it? I think that works okay. I think I want to get that yellow in there. I don't know if that works or not, but I think it's this actually that doesn't work, but that's possibly too late. Oh, no, can still get that off. Okay, let's get rid of that. What I might do is pop that, although it's a repeating pattern, here. This is going to be my actual journaling spot. I think could go further down that way. Now this is just prepping a journal so that it's something to write in later. Then what I thought would happen is, let me just get a few things out of the way because I'm again falling over everything here, is that you need to get the date on here. So either put it on this bit, or you could do another piece of paper. So let's pop that over there to dry. You could just write this, of course, but I thought it would be cute, even if uneven, to actually stamp on the date. It took a little time, and one of the E's is the wrong way round, but I think it's so freaking cute, it's fine. And I love how it looks, so I'm going to pop this down. Now we can do some final little bits of decorating on this Monday, which will involve using stickers or any ephemera that I've made. I might put that stamp back down because now I've got some white in here. Maybe it doesn't look quite so bad. I don't know. Yeah, you see that now works a bit better, doesn't it? Because you've got some white. Oh, that's pretty. I don't want to take up too much of the actual writing paper though, because obviously you are meant to write on it. And you don't have to put things straight on. You could do them at a slight angle for a change. Oh, we've got a ballet dancer. That's quite nice. Oh, I like that. And then this is a little bit blank, so maybe something over this area. That's too big. Got the purple, and of course there is a lot of purple in this. I do like that purple there. The only thing is I don't want that stalk. Or you could do a quote, I suppose. You could even put a quote down that side. I like the good things take time. See, that one's quite nice. And I think being in a different colour, it doesn't matter if there's two quotes on the page. Guys, when I start to make videos, I don't have what I'm doing 100% planned. And what I've realised is with the questions that I have been asking myself at the end of the day and the sort of targets I'm trying to set for actual journaling, I need a second page. I need every single day to be a double spread. So what I'm going to do to start to fill this one in is take a page out of here, tear off some of those blank spots and get the background on. So hopefully we can do this side 2 quicker than side 1. So I'm not worrying about the collage just yet because I know I need more journaling spots. I might even use part of the collage as journaling spots. Then we just want to fill in the rest of this and start to do the collage, the journaling spots, that type of thing. I've got this ABC I could run across the bottom here. For this bit, probably a different piece of text. Okay, that's very, very quickly made a base. We need at least this space again, but it doesn't have to be big chunky space. It could be little squares of space. And I do have somewhere the piece of paper that was torn off. We've got some of that left. It's got 3 rectangles at the bottom. Then you have a rectangle here and maybe a square there. Then you've got a rectangle here and maybe a square there. Now it's just filling in some of these gaps with some other papers or whatever we have. Now on this page we did use some of this image, therefore to me it makes sense to do that again. Then it's got an oblong which we could make another journaling spot. much scrap. Got this that's got paint on it. You can journal around that, can't you? What else do we have? So much stuff. I don't know if that fits or not. Maybe that top corner does, because it's more the purple side of those pinks. Don't dislike it. I mean, it doesn't really go with that bright green, but I want a bit of a spark of colour somewhere in this. Got some purples here. If it was just the tiniest amount, I don't think it'll matter that it's modern. There's a rectangle there. I'm trying to see if that, yeah. Then an overlapping journaling spot. We want a long journaling spot here. Another longish journaling spot just there. And leave those bits as actual part of the decoration, I think. Some decorative something here, which has some green. Yeah, I might do that actually. And put the journaling spot there. Bringing the purple in does start to link it to the other page a little bit. Do one more journaling area. I feel like I want something under that first though, even if it's just a different script. Yeah, I'm gonna try it because why not? We need another journaling spot along that bit. That bit. I've got this here, but you could actually leave that as background and then start to add some stickers and things. Let me just get rid of the scrap box, which is, as you can see, overflowing. Got this girl. Right, let's have a think. There's black on this page. By bringing the car in, we're bringing in some of that dark. I have some stamps that I've made on a different video. One's purple and one's green, to bring those colours down and to match over there. And I think all we need is a plant that goes up here. Going to cover up a huge amount though. Bring a plant into this. And then for the top corner, do you just put maybe a butterfly? I'm going to put it there. Tiny bit of that paper. Put a tiny bit of that corner up there. Like a little strip would link with that, wouldn't it? An edge on one of these. Like that. It's definitely trying to link it all together is the thing that I'm trying to achieve here. To bring in elements of this one to this page. I think that is honestly enough. I think it's interesting enough. I will be back later to fill this in. It's 9:15 in the evening and I'm about to write in the journal. One of the questions I was using was what excited me. I don't know that I feel what I would consider the highs of excitement on a daily basis. So I think I would like to reword that as in what gave me joy today, what made me smile, that type of thing. And I think today it was my dog smelling of baby powder. Now the reason that makes me smile is he's a cockapoo, but he's got the poodle gene. In other words, he's smelly. He's always smelly, even when he comes back from the groomers, he's smelly. And my daughter can't stand how smelly this dog is. I've owned dogs all my life. I've never known a dog like it. So we have this baby powder, baby fresh spray. The thing is, it's so strong that the whole house then smells of baby powder. So I'm not sure if it's the dog smelling good or the whole house smelling nice, but that gives me joy. If I smell baby powder in the corridor before I even see the dog, I know he's been attacked. The next question was what drained me of energy. Well, to be honest with you, this constant cough is draining me of energy because I can't sleep very well because I start coughing. Now, the idea of the what drains you of energy question is that if you get a consistent answer, which obviously having a cold isn't a consistent thing, hopefully, you can then start to cut that from your life, like it might be a conversation with a friend or whatever that kind of drains you of energy. What did I learn today? Well, I actually learned to follow a collage template, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but I tried to follow one the other day when doing a masterboard and failed. I was pleased with that because it was my second attempt. And why I'm pleased with that is my personality is one that if something doesn't work the first time, I give up on it and go, yeah, that's not for me. In a sense, it just shows my growth as a person because I gave it a second go. How did I push the needle forward? You see, to me, that's a very young question, because it's like, you know, what did I do to, you know, develop my business or, you know, do something that is going to move me forward in life? And I don't do that very often. That's the sort of thing that you maybe do in your 20s and 30s. I don't know. Maybe there are 50-year-olds still ploughing away there. But what I did to push the needle forward on one thing that I'm going to do is I did phone a few estate agents to book viewings this week. Not viewings, valuation. Which, as I've been saying this for weeks now, that is fast acting for me. It takes me a while to get around to doing things. The main thing that I wanted to use this journal for, so those questions to me are quite important because it takes it out above and beyond a gratitude journal. But the main thing is obviously to express gratitude. So I've got quite a few boxes here. I may have to dig deep because not much has happened today, but the main one I think is that my daughter spent hours cleaning the main rooms. And that's why I felt I could phone the estate agents, because although I do keep things clean, it's not scrubbed to within an inch of its life. And she, for some reason, went on a mad whirlwind of scrubbing what is essentially a very large kitchen, lounge, diner, and then the hallway and the garden room in the conservatory and my son's bathroom. So there is still more areas to do, but that kind of gave me the boost to think, right, I'll sort my room out, my office, my ensuite, and then we can get the estate agents in. So I have to do that tomorrow. I am grateful that my son is enjoying sixth form. What else am I grateful for? I have to keep asking myself because I'm not really 100% sure. I'm always grateful for my garden room, and now my daughter's cleaned it even more so, garden room. I just love that room. It was a very last minute decision on my part to have that built last September, and it's just my favourite room and I hang out there all the time. It relaxes me. My Roger is always so friendly and happy. Grateful for my phone call from Hoppy, who was sounding more positive. And I know he said he was angry about certain things, but sometimes anger is a good emotion because it shows that you're working through and getting over things. So often people go from sad at a situation to eventually they get a little fire of anger. So to me, that's a step forward. I'm grateful I discovered the flapjacks in the freezer. I know that sounds sad. I'm sort of vaguely trying to lose weight, but I have a very sweet tooth. So I was trying to resist going to the shop to buy chocolate. And then when I opened the freezer to see what there was for lunch, I saw that I'd frozen some flapjacks. So I got the flapjacks out, defrosted them and had one. So I'm not even a flapjack fan, but it has sort of satisfied my sweet tooth. I'm grateful that I work online, which gives me the freedom to pursue, to follow hobbies, e.g. this. Okay, so that is day one done. As you can see, you kind of focus on the positives. And let's see what happens over the next few days. Oh, I wanted to actually have a mood indicator, even though I haven't written that down as a question. I wanted to kind of record my mood on the day. And today my mood is content, which it probably will be most days. Right, I now need to do my layout for Tuesday.